The Institute of Internal Auditors presents All Things Internal Audit.
Hello! Glad you can join us. As 2023 comes to a close, we look back on what we've accomplished, while looking forward to the exciting developments of the coming year, not the least of which are the new Global Internal Audit Standards. Joining us in the IIA studio to share their thoughts on the new Global Internal Audit Standards, as well as what we can expect in 2024, are Danny Francken, CEO of the IIA Netherlands, and Cedric Hamaekers, CEO of the IIA Belgium, speaking with Robert Perez.
Danny, Cedric, thank you so much for joining me today.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, really happy to be here.
As the leaders in your respective national IIA organizations, I'm certain you've watched the development of the new Global Internal Audit Standards with interest. Danny, give me your impressions on the new standards.
Well, first of all, we think that the new standards have a more clear structure than the previous ones. It was a bit of a puzzle, but now the structure is more top-down. And what I especially like is, for example, the new purpose statement. It's like an elevator pitch with an emphasis on the added value of internal audit, and the tripartition division in governing, managing, and performing, associated with the three different roles of it. So, and as the IIA Netherlands, we had some worries that the standards would be more detailed and therefore more rule-based. But as I understand from my inside sources, the requirements will really go about the what and the why.
And Cedric, your thoughts?
Yeah, there's a very positive vibe around the new standards because they haven't been updated for a while. So they like the new structure. We got a lot of feedback actually of members that read every single word of it, gave very detailed feedback on every dot and every comma. We have others that will wait until the final version is out. One thing I hear is that readability is a challenge. But I heard that Global will work on an online version with drop-down menus and like super fancy stuff. So it will help to navigate the global standards. And then there's the AI tool that will help you to navigate the IPPF, and members are looking forward to that a lot.
So Cedric, please share with me how you plan to help your members familiarize themselves with the new standards and ultimately to conform to them.
So, well, to start with, we don't want to reinvent the wheel. So IIA Global, and we're one big global family, so we will leverage the global initiatives as much as possible. We will organize specific sessions for executive members because they're obviously the ones in charge, but also different communities, young professionals, small audit shops who all have their specific needs. So we will help them address those needs and guide them and navigate them through the standards.
And Danny, from IIA Netherlands perspective?
So we will translate the new standards in Dutch. That's also what our members are used to, even though Dutch people are quite eloquent in the English language. And we'll communicate the changes and how to implement them. Next step will be to organize events, just like Belgium, to explain and help our members to implement the new standards. And regarding the EQAs, I think we have quite a mature system in which we inform our members that they are supposed to have their EQA again. As I understood today in some meetings, I think we're one of the very, very few countries, if not the only one, who does that. We have an elaborate set of FAQs, frequently asked questions. We have a consultation with all organizations that carry out the EQA in the Netherlands to determine what method is best. And we have, as we call them, scaling guidelines in which the details, in detail is specified how to score an internal audit function to the different standards and the specified requirements and how to totalize their scores on the standards and for the IEF as a whole. And all these things will be updated in order to optimize the EQAs and help our members to conform. And last, we are testing with an AI solution to allow members to consult the new standards. And I must give credit to IIA France, IFACI, who has developed an AI tool, Gaia, which is within boundaries, so it's not a publicly available AI tool, so it's kind of safe, and that looks really, really promising. So looking forward to that actually.
And I had a first look as well, and it is indeed looking promising.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Let alone if we load all the new information and all the new stuff that IIA Global is coming up with, together with what the affiliates are producing, that's going to be such a very powerful tool.
Yeah, and I think we're leaders of the pack in that one. So
Absolutely.
That's good. Yep.
So Danny, certainly the new standards will impact the Netherlands ambition model. First of all, tell us a little bit about the ambition model, how it works, and how the new standards will affect it.
Well, in that perspective, Netherlands is also taking charge. Again, the ambition model is a tool to assess yourself as an internal auditor on 6 teams. From service roles to professional practices, people management, governance, and beneath that are 5 levels of growth, and we assess on both of these themes and levels to assess your current situation. What is your ambition? How are you enabled to act and reach your ambition? It provides in the end kind of like a spider scale. So you have a means to discuss that with your peers and maybe with your leader to talk about the results and see where you can grow or need to adapt. And it's a means of having a benchmark to compare your performance to others who have also taken that test. And I think that's very nice. It's freely available for IIA members, of course, through the website of the IIA Netherlands. And the ambition model is particularly useful as a tool for actually periodical internal quality assessment, and is more and more used in the EQAs, especially for organizations that have proved, and sometimes multiple times, that they conform with the standards. And that's level 3 in the AM. Level 4 and 5 give guidance to improve the performance beyond conformance. And the new standards will affect it in 2 ways actually. The themes and topics will be adjusted, so it includes all the new standards. And in the new standards, quality is defined as conformance and performance. And we think the ambition model will be a very good tool to measure and give guidance to the performance by the specifications and levels on 4 and 5 of each topic.
So gentlemen, we should probably take a quick opportunity to discuss the risks in 2024. So what are the key risk areas that your members will be focusing on in the coming year? Cedric?
Well, the answer is partially in the question, what risks they will focus on. It's risk in focus is a big source of where our members look for the risks. And even though every company has its own challenges and risks, we still see that members fall back on the risk in focus as the greatest source to stay current on trends and risks. And then I've seen that it's very differently in different regions of the world. So we have seen a significant rise of some risks last year because of the war in Ukraine. I see it's already lower in the ranking for 24, so people adjusted to it. They're ranking already lower. So definitely the main risks for 24 and beyond remain cyber, and then human capital. Especially in Belgium, I can confirm that what I hear from the members, those are the top risks for 24.
Danny?
Well, of course, since Belgium and the Netherlands are neighbors for each other, looking at our yearly risk in focus, for which we're actually happy that this year the IIA adopted this research globally. In 2024, key risk areas in terms of the changes occurring, and they will be in cyber, of course, also in combination with AI, still number 1, ESG, of course, human capital, and ethical issues.
So I wanted to give each of you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about the projects that you folks are working on. Cedric, I know you folks just recently launched a new podcast in 2023, Inside Audit. How's that going?
Well, it's going great for us. We're a very relatively small institute, and we had over 600 unique listeners, which is great for a small country like Belgium. And we see it growing with every single episode. We have listeners all over the world, so that's really the strength of a podcast, is you can listen from anywhere, anytime, wherever you want. So we're very happy that it's not just a local Belgian initiative, but many more members are benefiting from that.
So do you have other projects planned for 2024?
Yes, so we recently launched a new website and membership system in September of 2023, so for this year. And we took that as an opportunity to completely rethink all of our internal processes. So invest in automation, really look at what can we do better and more efficient behind the scenes to make sure we can serve our members better. So we can do course development, develop new training models. We work with universities and so on. So in 24 and beyond, we have 25 new trainings. We're working on a postgraduate degree with the university in Belgium for experienced auditors. So we just not want to train the younger ones, but also experienced auditors. And then we want to invest a lot in communities, because we believe that it's not just a training or an event or a conference that people want to be part of. We really want to build that community feeling amongst our members. And we will launch a series of new communities based on our members' needs in 24 as well. And then really in 24 and beyond is cooperation with other IIA institutes. Do not reinvent the wheel, strengthen the ties, and really envision one IIA. It's probably my favorite hashtag in a long time, and thanks Benito, our past chairman of the board, for that. We're one IIA, and we really want to live up to that hashtag.
So Danny, we mentioned earlier the ambition model and how the new standards will impact it. What other projects are on your platter for 2024?
Well, good question, and the one I'm always very enthusiastic about, because we're constantly improving. So one of the main things is advocacy, getting the word out there that IIA is indispensable, is an indispensable part of good governance, and the IIA is representing this feeling. We are starting with Audit Lab. Kind of like similar what we're doing here, a streaming video roundtable discussion with a live audience. We have Audit Magazine, which we publish 4 times a year. And we actually did it now only once a year, so that's improving the visibility of the company. And then the key focus, I think, should be also on the young professionals, because those are the people which will create the future of internal audit, and connecting the young professionals worldwide. And I was fortunate enough to be able to talk to IIA Global about this concept, and hopefully this will be adopted to get some programs in place where we bring together young professionals, have them talk about important topics like AI, ESG, all things that are coming our way, in which we need young people to talk about, and not the very much experienced ones that are of course now part of IIA, but we need to uplift those young professionals. AI, of course, both sides, how to audit it and the algorithm that it uses, and to use artificial intelligence to see how we can enhance efficiency and effectiveness of audits. So that'll be a nice topic. Psychological safety, that's a big one. There was a project called Aristotle at Google, which proved that psychological safety is one of the major factors contributing to the effectiveness of teams. IAs are looking at the controls of organizations, which of course is people, and if they're not psychologically safe, I think that will be a major part of culture and behavior within companies, and we should take that more into account in audits. And internally within the IIA Netherlands, it's really about taking it to the next level of professionalization. It's not a Dutch word, so we have to make sure of it. And it's about technical infrastructure, including a new website in coordination with my Belgian friend here, Cedric. So, and that also is one IIA. I think we work closely together already, and that will be more so in the future. And I think as we can start gathering other countries around us to join in that vision that we have to be truly one IIA, it starts with small steps, like cooperating on something as simple as a website. So, and our members in Holland will definitely benefit from all the work that Cedric has already done with his team. And we can take the whole thing one step forward. And we were very fortunate to hear that IIA Global is so positive on supporting us in all these projects. So I think the future is bright, actually. And of course, as internal auditors, we're always assessing and mitigating risk, but there are so many opportunities that emerge from looking at these risks. And well, when I speak for myself, Cedric, I'm really looking forward to be a part of that and take the profession one step further. So.
And the biggest strength of the IIA is really the 116 affiliates. And we have so many great initiatives.
Yep.
And I want to share ours with them, but I'm also looking forward to whatever they will bring to us and working together on that.
Yep.
And really envision one IIA.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been great having you here, and I appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
It was our pleasure. Thank you.
Definitely a pleasure. Yep.
The Fraud Virtual Conference, February 29th, 2024. Don't miss your opportunity to explore the use of technology and data analysis methods to detect, prevent, and monitor fraud. Register now. Visit theiia.org/fraudvc.
Thank you for joining us for All Things Internal Audit. For more information on the new Global Internal Audit Standards, visit theiia.org/standards.